Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Star Wars Polybag, the TIE Interceptor. This is set number 30685. It has 48 pieces and I paid $5 for this. This one came out somewhat recently. It does have the 25 years of Lego Star Wars on here, and I didn't know this was coming out after the ATT, or is that what that one was called? AAT. I didn't know there was going to be another Star Wars polybag, but I like the TIE Interceptor. I like these size models, and so I'm pretty interested in this. Decided to pick up a couple, and in this video I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, while we look at the build for this Lego Star Wars Polybag, the TIE Interceptor, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and then remind you, if you liked the video, click the thumbs up, and this was quick, so now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Star Wars Polybag for the TIE Interceptor. So this is sort of on the super small scale. It's not like a microfighter. It's maybe, you know, it's not midi scale, it's mini scale, not minifig scale, but it's small. But I like these kind of things. I still am sort of wondering if these size polybags should come with a minifigure for Star Wars. I think that'd be really cool, but I guess I understand why they don't. So we'll get into this, and like I said, there is no minifigure in this set, so we will look here. So for the kind of cockpit fuselage kind of area there, it's all really compact, but it's nicely done. It gets the effect really well. Start with the 2x2 round plate, couple brackets, then we put on some ratchet joint connectors, a couple more brackets. We put these round jumper plates on all three sides here. We put the gray disc there, and then on the front for the kind of cockpit area, we have a really nice printed translucent piece. And yeah, this is really cool. It's one of the reasons I was pretty excited about this. It is just translucent. The production work's not great. I think the gray around this side is a little bit closer to the edge and a little bit thicker, whereas on this side I can see a little more of the clear popping through. But sometimes they have trouble printing on round things and a different size. Same with like droid heads, like R2D2 heads or whatever like that. But this is good to get. That's a nice little piece. And then after you're done with kind of that central area, you build the wings. So this wing up here and this one kind of diagonal are the same, and then the other one diagonal are the same, and they're pretty basic. Not a ton of pieces used. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 pieces used on each wing here, and then they're on the ratchet joint there, so they feel pretty sturdy on there. You can make them wider. I think, you know, I compared it to the sort of scale thing they had in the instructions. I mean, you can get it more like this. I don't know if that's as true to what the Interceptor looks like, but you know, you can even get it something like that, kind of move these around. But I think, you know, bringing them pretty close together is about the silhouette that we're looking for this particular ship. They have done a couple TIE Interceptors recently, or at least one they've done in the 2-pack, I think, minifig scale, the play scale kind of Fang Fighter one, I think, versus TIE Interceptor, which I really liked. And then I can't remember if the other one that's coming out soon is what, a TIE Fighter and an X-Wing that you can swap the wings on, or the panels. I guess these maybe aren't wings, they're, you know, panels of some kind solar or whatever. We do have the blasters on the edge or on the end there, and that all looks pretty good. I think this silhouette is really nice. I think this is too. You can just peek through there. I like how these cheese wedges come together to really make that kind of diamond shape there, but also accentuate kind of the angles that this operates at. And I think this is really strong, super basic, but nice. I think this is a new printed piece that was made for this polybag, so that's always interesting to see. If this came with a TIE Interceptor Pilot minifigure, that would be awesome. I mean, that would be a great deal for $5. But it doesn't. I did want to compare the size to the other one I talked about, which was the AAT, and I can't remember. I thought this one had like 50 to 60 to 70 pieces. I'm not sure right now, but we can look at the size comparison, and I think it about makes sense. With this one in particular, the AAT, I was really this one's 75 pieces. I was really thinking that they could have thrown in a battle droid in here, the tan battle droid, even the minifigure scale ones, because they make millions and billions of those, and they're worth pennies. So that would have been cool to have in there just because, but it's not to scale, so it doesn't really work. The other thing I could see, like maybe not for this one, but for this one, maybe some way to just a very basic couple pieces, clear pieces to display this a little bit, or to have this on a little stand. I think these are playable, these polybags. I think they're like super collectible, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I like seeing different things at different scales. So if they do the UCS TIE Interceptor, and which I think they just did, and they do the play scale one, and they do the kind of the super small one, the polybag version, I think that's really cool. Potentially like just a couple clear round bricks and a disc piece, and then maybe one of those pieces that has an angle, it's like a bar element and an angle coming off, just to have this kind of like pose like it's flying, would be really cool. That's easy enough to like mock up and put together. It doesn't even have to be clear, it could be whatever. And I think that would look really, really great. And if they would do a polybag of like the Fang Fighter, I think that would be excellent. I would love to see 2-packs in polybag format. I think they could afford to do that. And actually the Fang Fighter is so thin that they probably could have had that in here with maybe 20 extra pieces, 30 extra pieces, and made like the play scale 2-pack into a 2-pack polybag, which I think would have been great. If this was 68 pieces or 78 pieces instead of 48, value wise, that would have made more sense. I think it would have been more fun. But as is, this is okay. I also wanted to compare it to the X-Wing, which I almost always do when I'm looking at a Star Wars polybag. This one didn't have a display stand. Oh, I'm missing one of the ski poles there, but the X-Wing could kind of stand on its S-foils here, or whatever these are called. But if these could be posed in a way, that would be cool. But maybe these haven't interacted with each other in universe as much. But I would like to see these polybags have a little bit more. I guess maybe I'm being a little bit of greedy and a little bit whiny. I guess I don't expect them to put a minifigure in here, but there are other polybags that come with minifigures, including licensed ones and other stuff. And there are, sometimes polybags that come with a small build and 2 minifigures or something. So I would have liked to see that. I think, I don't know if these are going to go up in price. I like $5 for the polybag. I think that's a good price for them, but I would like to see them having a little better value. I'm assuming they are maybe trying to, if instead of raising the price, making them worth a little bit less of value in the bag, but I'm not totally sure. But I still really like this. There's only one extra piece. It's the hollow stud with the bar coming off of it, and that's fine. There's not too many small pieces in here, really no 1x1s or anything like that, so that's good. And yeah, in terms of value, I mean, it's $5 for just about 50 pieces, which is, 10 cents per piece. Very, very small. It's not all 1x1s. We do get, some nice size, average size, or whatever angled plates in here. We do get the print, which is nice. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. The build came together really fast. I think the AAT is probably better value than this. Just based on what you get and the build experience, but this is a good looking model, and yeah, I could see people amassing a bunch of these, but I do think it would be a cool idea to have a polybag that's a 2-pack, or release maybe 2 polybags at the same time, although depending on the size and scale and whatever, maybe they don't do that. But I'm kind of, now that this is out, I'm hoping for a companion, maybe in the Fang Fighter, for I hope I'm thinking of the right one, but maybe that would be something they would do in the future. I don't know how popular that particular ship is, but the TIE Interceptor is really cool shape, and I think this captures it really well at this scale. I think it looks good and super swooshable and pew 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 pew, and lots of stuff there. So yeah, overall it's about right. It leans forward. It has a tendency, it doesn't like sit flat on the back. That would have been a little bit better too if we had a little different weight distribution or more stuff going on at the back here, but the scale seems right from like the fuselage, the cockpit area, compared to the kind of panels out here. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I think value wise it is what it is. I was not thrilled about a Minecraft one, but that came with a panda and a minifigure and whatever, but I still wasn't thrilled about it. I can't say I'm exactly thrilled about this. I don't think it's as bad as it could be, maybe, but I think a little bit more. If it's the kind of little display stand, if it's another small ship, if it is a minifigure, or if it's even if they could do like those micro figures, the little statuettes, and printed them to look like a TIE Interceptor pilot, that would be incredible. But I don't think they would do that. But that would almost look really cool. You could like stud them down someplace. You wouldn't be able to put them in there necessarily, but you could stud them on the top, and I think that would be really fun. I mean, there are, I think, some options to make this a little bit better than it is without extra cost to Lego, really, or very minimal extra cost. If they add 4 pieces to make a little stand to position this at an angle, that's not going to cost them much. They're pieces that they already produce a bunch of. If they were to do, like I said, there's lots of things that could improve this without needing to add a price to it or needing it to jump up to a box set or anything. As is, it is fine. I think it's a good rendition of this ship, so I'm still happy to have this. I did buy several of these, partially so I could give some away, and just I like buying multiples of different polybags, and I was happy to see this. Overall, I think it's good. Maybe not the best value, maybe not the worst, but happy to have built it, happy to have talked about it. I like it well enough. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more polybags, more Star Wars sets, and then tons of other sets, box sets, bagged sets, old sets, new sets, tons of stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming Lego videos. That helps me a lot, and I do appreciate it. And then if you want to support this channel in a different way by giving money to the channel, you can do that here on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. Any money that's earned from the channel or given or donated or whatever is going back into the channel to help pay for sets, especially so I can get more retired stuff or rare stuff or bigger stuff, and just lessen the financial burden on myself because I pay for everything. But it'll also help, improve my recording setup and other things. So if you're able to and compelled to and willing to do something like that, there are options available, but it's not needed, it's not necessary. I just love doing this, so thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks, bye.